and welcome back to my Shadow Band YouTube channel. This is the first episode of the Violet Bunny podcast. I will be doing this as a way to get the information out to you guys faster. So first I'm going to go into what happened in New Jersey this week. So there was no plans whatsoever, no indication whatsoever in our area of any kind of storm happening whatsoever. Nothing, zilch, nada. I was at my sister-in-law's house, and all of a sudden, it just looked like an absolute nightmare out there. The wind was howling, the rain was crashing down, almost like it would when there's a hurricane. Trees were falling, crashing on cars. The sky was jet black. There were thunder crashes, like super loud thunder crashes. It was bad, and this was the entire centralized area of Woodbridge, Metuchen, in this short, kind of small Woodbridge, Metuchen, maybe parts of Edison area of New Jersey, where this storm was centralized on, and there was no indication, warning whatsoever about this storm. Okay, none. And so we were okay, but there was a lot of fallen trees down, power outages, things like that. But the point I want to get across here is that this was not a forewarned situation. This was not not planned. Well, it was planned. This is not forecasted. That's the word I'm looking for. In any way, shape, or form, we were supposed to just have a nice sunny day. Nothing was in the cards for something like that. So, if you know the going narrative now with and I'm using air quotes, liberals, okay, they're going off about Golden Ear Trump and him taking away the NOAA funding, the NOAA, the Hurricane Climate Research, whatever. He's defunding it, taking it away, whatever. So people are now blaming this type of thing on the removal of that. Now, fast forward to 4th of July and the Texas situation. Now, we had in Texas, obviously, if you've seen the news, there was catastrophic flooding in that, I can't remember the name of a river down there by a camp, and it just flooded. There's poor little kids missing. I think some adults are missing. Absolutely horrific stuff. And then you can do the research yourself. Now start looking. Get yourself into Google and type into Donald Trump NOAA funding. Type in Texas flood, NOAA defunding Trump. You'll read all the comments. So check it out on Reddit. Reddit is nothing but a echo chamber of Trump this, Trump that, the Republicans this, that, and the other thing. Defunding it, so now we don't have the research to do it. It's actually a weatherman. His name is Nor'easter Nick. You can find him on Facebook. He has the same narrative that he's pushing, and he's pushed a lot of the pro-climate change horseshit in his posts. Okay, so we have all this type of narrative going on right now with the climate change and with the storms and with all that kind of stuff. So, if basically what I'm getting at is, if you're looking at this situation from a rational mind, and you know that the left and the right are both two sides of the same demon, okay, and you know that they're both working in tandem, they're both working together, and you know that none of that stuff is real. Now you can start to see things in a more logical point of view. That these things are being manufactured, okay? These events are being manufactured, and someone like Trump, okay, he is just facilitating an alibi for these types of people to manipulate and create these sort of events that are occurring. And this is something that we really need to be very aware of, and also also something to look at is how other people are treating fellow human beings. People are laughing and mocking and making fun of the people who have passed away in this storm, the people in the area, because they're so-called Trump supporters and MAGA quote unquote people. So they think it's funny that they have perished. Do they not see how wicked that is? You're wishing harm and death and mocking the suffering of little children who have absolutely nothing to do with anything political whatsoever. You're mocking the deaths of these little children for some political stupidity, all because they don't support the same political ideology you support. So you're all for trans rights and black rights and Spanish rights and this, that, and the other fucking horseshit thing. But because it's peaceful and loving, but you laugh and mock at the death of a friggin' child, a little innocent child. Children have died in this fucking thing, and you have the nuts to make fun of and mock the death of a little kid. That is beyond repulsive, disgusting, and putrid. I could never, ever imagine ever at any point in my life ever laughing or mocking at the suffering of a child. That is absolutely fucked. And those people that are saying that, whoever and whatever political side you line with, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed of yourself to make fun of a little child suffering. That is absolutely disgusting. And that is the bigger picture here that we have with this, the division among the people on both sides of the coin. Both sides are so divided that they hate each other so much that they laugh at the death of a fucking child. It is disgusting. And this is the kind of shit I'm trying to speak out against. The kind of stuff I am silenced for. And then I get called hateful and all these things. I want peace. I want true unity and true peace between people. And I want people to leave nature alone and leave animals alone and stop hurting one another and stop hurting nature. But we're never going to get to that point until we snap out of this and see what those in control are doing to us. They are attacking us from all sides. Okay, they are manipulating the weather. That is their biggest weapon. Either through fire or flood, they are attacking us. And then they're gaslighting people into this climate change nonsense. And then gaslighting them again with the Trump narrative, using this man as a way to create an alibi so they can crank the lever on this and create this nonsense. They've been doing weather warfare for eons. Back in the 1800s, they've had patents for weather machines, and people laugh and they think it's funny. It's disgusting. There are people out here like myself who are trying to defend and wake people up and protect people. This is not a joke. These are little children who died. And even on the off chance that I am wrong, and I'll gladly admit when I'm wrong, but I can tell you one thing I'm not wrong with, is it is absolutely disgusting to mock the death of a child. I am so sickened to be part of the human race at this time, to see people so wicked that they can make fun of a little child dying. I am still so repulsed by it. I lost sleep thinking about that. I live in a world where people can laugh at this. I mean, it's just absolutely beyond mind-bogglingly disturbing that someone can do that. But this is where we're at now, and I warned people when we had the fire narrative here in New Jersey. I've done some videos on that. They created these fires to set forth the narrative of climate change on the other side of the thing. It's either too hot or it's too cold, because they knew global warming was bullshit, so they had to create the narrative of climate change, so that way they can use hot or cold to attack us with, right? Water or fire. So we had that, and they had the drought narrative. We're stuck in a drought. There's going to be all these fires because of the drought. So that people begged for it, and I said, be careful what you wish for, right? So here we are, we're out of the drought, and we got that pop-up storm. And I've been through it. I've been through Sandy, we had Ida, which affected me more than any storm I've ever been in my life. That was absolutely terrifying. I have so much PTSD from being through that storm. But I just really want people to listen and understand that we need to stop being each other's enemy, and we need to band together, because these types of these people in control, these controllers, they are the ones who are manning this. They're the ones behind the curtain, and they're the ones that are creating these weather patterns and creating this stuff. And every time before it rains, before a storm, you can look up and you can see the sky. It looks like it's covered in plastic and metal. It's got these weird textures to it, and they're not just contrails. Why the fuck would planes go crisscross applesauce? That's what they say. Oh, it's just a contrail. Oh, really? So the planes are making crisscross shapes in the sky, going back and forth, doing loop-de-loo and lie-de-lie across the sky like that? Bunch of bullshit. These are lines everywhere, just going in all different directions. And I don't even think it's people driving these things. I think they're using drones to go across the sky and to create that. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, so this is what I am warning about right now, and it's only going to start getting worse. And people really need to start being aware of what they're doing here on both sides of the coin, and that both sides are working in tandem together. They are shaking hands and laughing behind our backs, and they are working in tandem to create this narrative of climate change. And then Trump is giving them high fives when he's doing this thing with Noah, so that way they have their alibi and they can just do this stuff willy-nilly, whatever they want. Now they can say, oh, well, Noah's defunded, so we don't have the predictions for it. All of a sudden, every town is getting slammed, getting destroyed by these pop-up storms because they supposedly have no warning, right, because of this Noah thing. So they have created a really, really strong alibi for weather warfare against its own people. So, fuck Israel, fuck the Palestine, the Iran. That's none of our fucking concern right now. We need to worry about domestically right now, those of us who live in America right now, to understand that our government is doing this, and we need to protect ourselves right now. None of that other crap matters right now. We need to survive this and figure out what we can do to expose and overcome what they are currently doing right now. Everything else, P. Diddy or whatever his name is, Iran, Iraq, whatever, all that crap is all no kings, all that stuff. It's all distraction. What we need to worry about right now is protecting our lives, our property, our children, our pets. Okay, we need to protect ourselves against an attack, because we are being attacked by our own government right now. This is not a joke, okay? And this is what people really need to be aware of, and I need people to understand this. This is the most important thing. And you're going to see a lot more of this happening. And once again, I am very, very, very sad to hear about what happened with these children. And we're going to hear, hopefully not, we will not hear more, but I have a feeling that they're going to continue doing this. I don't know if this is an event that they chose. It almost seems like last year, right? We had Milton and Helene, those two storms, which acted in a very similar manner. We had those two wild events, and then it kind of gave us a break. Now, I don't know if they're doing something similar right now with this situation. I don't know if they are, if this is going to be something like that where they have a couple events that pop up and then they give us a break and they twiddle their thumbs again and they come up with another narrative. I think it would be a little more suspect if they just do boom, 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 boom. But who knows? They may. I don't know. All I'm saying is I want people to be aware, and this video is a warning to everyone listening that this is a very, very, very serious situation that we have at hand here. And, be safe out there. All right. Bye.